What's good, y'all? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Petey Mac. Man, get on up here. Pull you up one, light you up one, kick your shoes off. Relax, baby. You around family. We on the porch. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this. Yo, what's going on? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Petey Mac. Welcome back to the porch. How y'all been since last week, fam? Oh, man, this week has just been... Man, 2024 need to hurry up and take its funky ass on somewhere. It is still taking our legends from us. First legend that it took earlier this week was one of the great African-American musicians, and not just for African-American music. He just was a great musician, period, because he created a lot of timeless classics for pretty much all genres. I'm gonna say all modern genres that we listen to. Quincy Jones passed away at age 91. Yeah, man, that was a hard pill to swallow, because Quincy Jones gave us arguably two of the greatest albums of the 20th century for Michael Jackson. That is Off the Wall. Well, three. Let me take that back. That is Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Yeah, he was in his bag with that. Like, I honestly would say, if it wasn't for Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson's rise to just mega stardom probably may not have happened. So yeah, that's a rough blow to us. Yeah, I'm at a loss of words. I don't even know what to say about that. But the other one that I just found out about this morning, y'all, I'm just shocked that nobody said. I guess because this guy has scared a lot of us, especially in black culture. He scared us because I guess ain't nobody even want to say nothing about it. Tony Todd, who everybody knows better for his portrayal of the horror movie character and just urban legend in the hood, Candyman, passed away 3 days ago at age 69. So I guess nobody wanted to say that because, you know, in the black community, you say that man's name 3 times, you know, it's supposed to be in the mirror 3 times with the lights off, but you know, black people, we don't even play that. Was it 3 or 5? I can't remember. Nobody remembers 3 or 5. We can't even remember, because the thing is, we ain't trying to say his name more than one. We'll say Beetlejuice 3 times, no problem. But Candyman, yeah, we ain't playing that. I ain't even say his name no more. But R.I.P. to Tony Todd. Like, he's very accomplished actor, had a lot of roles. Like, honestly, one of the roles that he had even before that movie that shall remain nameless was in Platoon, which is one of the earliest vehicles for Charlie Sheen. And as well, it was, I think, and not only mentioned for Charlie Sheen, but it's also Johnny Depp's movie debut. He played a minor role. He was a translator for Vietnamese, one of the troops that translated in that movie. That was like his first movie role. So that's one of the other role I know Tony Todd. And as a matter of fact, Forrest Whitaker was in that movie too. So R.I.P. to Tony Todd for playing, you know, a lot of our childhoods. You can rest now because of, yeah, like I said, for what he did. Because like I said, we just scared. Like, that's how I know he did a great job, because we were so scared to even report this man's death, because you know the name, what he's most famous for is gonna be in the biography of who he was. So yeah, like I said, those are hard pills to swallow. Sports, let me just go and get the bad out the way, man, because you know Florida State dropped another one in North Carolina. It's just, oh my goodness, just y'all need to go ahead and just fire Mike Norvell, man. Staff at Florida State athletic department, get that man the fuck up out of here. He don't know. He's doing the same thing that Jimbo Fisher had did when he won the 2013 national championship. He had them good seasons because those are the last batch of Jimbo's recruits. Just like when Jimbo won in 2013, he had the last batch of the late great Bobby Bowden's recruits. So I'm just please, we need to get Mike Norvell out of there. He don't know what in God's name he's doing to lose to. We lost to, week before that, we lost to Duke. We lost to North Carolina. So we got our ass kicked all them down Tobacco Road. I'm not even keeping up with the schedule. I don't know if they got a game tonight, and I'm not finna watch it. I'm not even finna hurt myself like this no more. This season is beyond a wash. This season is dry clean with heavy starts. That's what this shit is. It's bad. Well, speaking of football and firing, I guess the Saints have had enough because they fired Dennis Allen. Of course, you know, like I got a lot of fans who part of the Who Dat Nation. So it was all up and down my timeline that he got the axe. So hopefully next year the Saints can bounce back and get it back cracking, like I know they usually do. Because to see them, like I said, to see them this year be this bad, and to see the Detroit Lions on the road, that's different. It make me think that the apocalypse may be near, the end of times might be near. But no, nothing against Detroit. Shout out to Detroit for having a good season. Music has been good this year. Ella May released a 3-song EP. Jacquees released the album. I ain't heard nothing from Jacquees in a while. I haven't listened to it all the way, been busy, but from the tracks I've heard, he needs to get his props. A lot of people say they don't think he can sing that good. I think the brother can sing good. I do think he's the king of R&B remixes, like I said years ago. When he did his version of Trip by Ella May, who I just mentioned a few minutes ago, I thought his shit was low-key better than hers. But what I would do when I used to listen to her and his songs, I would listen to her original version of Trip. Then I would go back and I'd listen to his. And I love the line he got. He said, I got to keep my gun up on safety. Well, you know, I don't say, I got to keep my gun on safety so I don't go shooting where your nigga be. I'm like, ooh, snap. He letting the girl know he finna slide this boy, man. He with the shit. So, yeah, I mean, I give him big ups. I give him props. Speaking of props and lyrics and all this, C Breezy, Chris Brown, his album 1111 is getting some Grammy nominations. So yeah, C Breezy, like I say, that man, I've said this before, that man is just a black superhero. The man, like I said, can sing, dance, act, play basketball, paint, getting all the women of blood, and all that. He just out here. He out here. C Breezy he just a black superhero. He can't miss. So music wise, big ups to everything going on in music. On the movies, so I saw 2 movies this past. Well, actually, I saw them both yesterday. I ain't gonna say this past, but I actually saw them both yesterday. One, while I was just sitting at home relaxing. I had been wanting to see it, but I decided I had some downtime after I got home, because I actually was killing time before I went to go watch the second movie I'm going to mention. I finally saw Meet Me Next Christmas, which stars the beautiful and talented Christina Milian, DeVale Ellis. Y'all know him as Zach from BET's Sisters and Zatima. And Kofi Siriboy, y'all know him as Ralph from Queen Sugar, and you know as Jada's young thing on Girls Trip. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this before I get into the detail of the movie. Christina Milian is to Christmas movies what Mariah Carey is to Christmas music. Because she, for the last, I'm going to say, 4 or 5 years, maybe even 6 years, she has consistently been in a Christmas movie. So now when we sitting there hearing about Mariah Carey defrosting, we can also talk about Christina Milian defrosting too, to get ready for Christmas. So like, Christina Milian beat her this year because Christina Milian already in full Christmas form with the release of this movie, Meet Me Next Christmas. Mariah Carey, she in her last few stages. She like that chicken your mama told you to take out the freezer and put in the sink before you went to school. She like just there. It's like, I'm gonna put it like this. Like, remember when you did take that chicken out, but you took it out and you ran the hot water on it, and it got that state it was in right before it was fully defrosted. That's pretty much where Mariah Carey is right now. But come Black Friday, she gonna be all the way unthawed. She gonna be ready to cook. But Christina Milian, she's taking that role for Christmas movies. And I'm not mad at it. One, if it's a niche that work for you, you getting paid, baby, go get your money. And two, it's Christina Milian. Who the hell don't want to see that beautiful woman every year? You know, I want her to make I want her to make a spring break movie. I want her to make a summer vacation movie. I want her to make a Labor Day, whatever. As long as we see her, we can see her. But I like this movie. It was predictable. It was very predictable. But I just like, it was a change of pace, you know. I love to see movies where they don't show us people of color, especially people of color my age, you know, his fitness stereotype, you know, just ratchet, unwed, multiple children all over the place, you know, on government assistance. You know, I like to see us, you know, accomplished, educated, but still have that flavor about us, you know, like pretty much like what you saw with Boomerang. I mean, I know all of y'all seen Boomerang. That's one of my very favorite movies with Eddie Murphy. Like, Boomerang was the precursor to that phenomenon of movies with young black professionals in the late 90s, early 2000s, such as Two Can Play That Game, The Brothers, The Wood, and it's a couple of them I'm leaving. I can't think of them right away, but it was a precursor to that, where they showed, yes, we were accomplished, but we still were aware that we were we still was aware about our culture, you know. You know, we wouldn't all the way sell us. Like, we sat there, we were doctors, we were lawyers, we wore 3-piece suits, we drove nice cars like BMW and Mercedes and all that, but on the same time, we got in those BMWs and Mercedes, and we had this nice 3-piece suit, that nice pantsuit for the ladies, and we bumped us some No Limit, you know, we bumped us some Donnell Jones, you know what I'm saying? They showed that we actually could still be, we could basically show us code switching properly. We did it showed code switching wonderful. It showed it like flawlessly. Like, we can go in there and go do this in this boardroom, but we can also come out there and we can turn up. And we weren't too ratchet with the turn up. And I like that. And that's what this movie kind of exhibit for me. And I like I said, one thing is I did like about this movie. I like how they showed Duvall Ellis. I like he's good in comedy. I'll give him that. Comedic acting is his niche. I mean, because he kind of did it. Like, I've seen a couple episodes of Zatima and Sisters on BET. I'm not really a fan because, like, they dragging storylines out, and Andy just so damn stupid, and Karen's been pregnant for damn near 3 years. You gotta remember, I do like black women, so I'm gonna see it from time to time when I'm at their house. And just, you know, it's different. He was like more lighthearted, more wholesome in here and everything. And it's a very good look. And they also introduced me to a music group that I had never heard of before. I've never heard of Pentatonics before. But I'm definitely going to start checking out their music now, thanks to this movie. And the thing is, I'm gonna be honest, the character I liked the most was the Vols character, Teddy, his character, Jordy. Loved his character. And without saying, I loved his character. His cousin, Jordy, was a gay man. But the thing is, it was implied that he was gay. We could pick up that he was gay. They didn't beat us over the head when he was gay. But he was just so funny. Like, he kind of reminded me of what Little Richard would have been if he was in his 30s in 2024. Because I'm going to be honest with you, anybody know me know I love Little Richard. And Little Richard is as gay as the day is long. But that's Unc. Little Richard was Unc. He gonna say what he gonna say. He gonna let you know that he the originator. He started everything. Nobody gave him credit for nothing. If you don't agree with him, he gonna probably shut up. And you gonna shut up. So, I said I love that character. But the piece de resistance in this movie, for me, was at the end with Christina Milian and that red dress she had on. When I saw Christina Milian and that red dress she had on, I am reminded of what Jesus Christ has been in my life, and how he has blessed me and brought me for a mighty long way. They say God is good all the time, and all the time God is good, and that's how I felt when I saw Christina Milian in that dress. Woo-wee! So, like I said, I liked it. It was predictable. But it's coming on Christmas season, and despite what everybody think I'm just an asshole. I like a feel-good movie. And like I said, it definitely ain't bad when you got a lady who's very nice to look at in there. But I definitely would encourage anybody, if even if you by yourself, I'm going to say this is definitely a good movie for you and your significant other. Take y'all little matching pajama pictures. Keep y'all matching pajamas on. Get y'all nice little hot cocoa. Snuggle up. If you got a fireplace, have a little fire burner. If not, put a little space heater down there. Turn it on. Like, get it to where it's glowing and it kind of making a little noise. Well, turn it down so it don't make the little humming noise. Because y'all might fall asleep. And number one thing, if any man in here, you know this. Ooh, do not put no movie on with your girl and fall asleep on it. She ain't gonna never let you hear the end of it. So, yeah, and y'all watch that movie. It's a great movie. I thought it was great. I definitely will be, to me, it's going to be in my Christmas rotation now, right up underneath A Christmas Story. I got to watch A Christmas Story every year because it's comedy and, I got to have me a good laugh. But it's going to be right up underneath Christmas Story and right up underneath The Preacher's Wife because, one, you got Denzel in there acting, doing what he do, being the smooth brother he is, and you got the late, great Whitney Houston in there, just being Whitney Houston and blowing like she do. That woman can sing. So, yeah, so my trifecta now is going to be A Christmas Story, The Preacher's Wife, and Meet Me Next Christmas. So, definitely check that out this Christmas Eve. Now, the second movie that I'm going to talk about, I actually was just, right after I finished watching Meet Me Next Christmas, I decided to turn on Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. Because, I hadn't seen it in some years and was one of my favorite. To me, honestly, that's my favorite Adam Sandler movie that he's made. So I put that on. And while I was putting that on, I decided to just look and see what new releases were out. And I came across this movie I'm going to tell you. It's called Saturday Night. So I was like, Saturday Night? What are they talking about? Come to find out that it was a movie based on the 90 minutes that took place on October 11, 1975 in 30 Rockefeller Place, or 30 Rock as everybody knows it, before the first ever episode of Saturday Night Live premiered. Hadn't heard anything about it, hadn't seen any advertisers or anything online about this movie, but me being a man of comedy, and I love to study the history of comedy, y'all. Like, anybody will tell you this. I may not be the most talented comedian about this. I've had, comedians I work with and who like they kill on stage all the time. I'm talking about these are headbusters, headliners. They've all said, you may not be the best comedian. Like I said, you funny, but if nobody can say they think you funny, one thing about it is you probably the best student of this game, because you know the ins and outs and the history of this. So me, I like history, period. So I was like, I'm gonna go check this out and give it a shot, see how it is. I was looking at the cast at first, and I'm gonna be honest, when I looked at the cast, I'm like, these people don't look nothing like the people they portray. Until I got into the theater, and everybody looked, the makeup artists, if they don't get, I don't know if they give Academy Awards to the makeup artists, but whoever the makeup artist was for this, they made everybody look almost exactly like who they were portraying. Like the guy the actor who played Chevy Chase looked like him. The actor who played Dan Aykroyd looked like him. The only actor, but that, it's hard to do because, it's hard to make one black person look like another one, even though the other side say we all look alike, especially in the police description. Garrett Morris, who was played by Lamont Morris, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But I will say this, Lamont Morris did capture Garrett Morris's essence, because if you've ever watched Jamie Foxx show, him as Uncle Junior, or him as Stan on Martin, there's one thing he kind of do with his voice, and he's go, well, I don't really, and he did one scene in there where I'm like, oh yeah, he captured that perfectly. That was one. The only person I kind of had a problem with, and it wasn't because of the brother singing the performance, it was something in his makeup, is the actor they had played Billy Preston. Y'all know something from something means nothing. Obviously he was the musical guest on the first episode of Saturday Night Live. His afro that they gave him, that didn't look like the afro that Billy Preston had around about that time. Because the actor who played the afro, he had his looked more permish. It looked like a perm fro. Like, y'all know what I'm talking. It looked more like a perm than it did an afro. So, I mean, y'all go back and look at Billy Preston's afro around about that time, and y'all see what I'm talking about. But everything else, Willem Dafoe, who played the NBC network executive, of course, Willem Dafoe, he gonna kill and everything he in. That man just one of the greatest actors of our time. And then they had J.K. Simmons, who y'all know as J. Jonah Jameson on the first live-action Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire that came out in the early 2000s. They had him as legendary comedian Milton Berle. Now, I think he did a good job as Milton Berle. Only thing was, I think he was a little too tall. I don't think Milton Berle was that tall from what I remember seeing. And probably a lot of y'all don't probably remember who Milton Berle is. You had to be raised by your grandma to know who Milton Berle was. But yeah, but J.K. Simmons, I was about to say J.K. Rowling. I'm thinking about Harry Potter. But J.K. Simmons did a great job. Like I said, I thought it was a wonderful movie because it's supposed to be, like I said, the 90 minutes that took place before the first episode of Saturday Night Live went on the air at 11:30 that night, and it plays out right to the T. Because I looked down, the movie runs like almost an hour and 50 minutes. Now the first 10 minutes they set it up, then they show the timer. When they showed that timer, man, it went right up to the minute. It was not on the dot. So whoever wrote this and whoever directed it, their pacing was on point. So if somebody's looking for like a real big, you want to see real deal dramatic acting or anything, you're not gonna really get that. You're gonna get a bunch of funny, like, quick things that happen, like disorganized chaos and all that, which looking back from everything I've seen about Saturday Night Live, especially the first season and all that, it seems like, okay, this match up to all the stories we heard about John Belushi, stuff we heard about Chevy Chase, you know, stuff we heard about Gilda Radner. It like, okay, this seems like this is on par, but like, God bless Lorne Michaels, because that man had to deal with a lot of chaos and a lot of egos and just a whole lot of crazy shit to end up bringing us something that end up becoming a cultural phenomenon. So, yeah, man, it's a good movie. Like I said, if you want to watch it, if you're a fan of SNL and want to watch, like, what happened before the very first episode, and it probably is like Shine Light, because now that I see that, that makes me wonder, like, damn, I wonder what goes, because it probably still goes on like that now, all the way up to the episodes added we see today. So, because like I said, if anybody who probably aspires to work in television, you definitely want to watch this, because this is going to show you, if you're working in television, especially live TV, this is probably some of the shit you're going to have to encounter. And you're going to have to be able to roll with the punches, because a lot of that stuff Lorne Michaels was doing on the cup. And that man, he showed you got to have confidence, and you got to be willing to take a risk. So anybody out there who want to go for their dreams, you definitely need to watch this movie, because it'll show you how Lorne Michaels took something that was a dream and idea, and now it's something that we've been seeing every Saturday night for next year, it'll be 50 years. I can't believe it. Next year it'll be 50 years. He just thought, I wanted just to have this to be something that deals with the counterculture comedy, and it's been on for 50 years and launched numerous amounts of stars. Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler, David Spade, Dana Carvey, the late great Chris Farley, late great John Belushi, Chris Rock, Tim Meadows. So it was, like I said, I enjoyed it for what it was. I might either download it when it starts streaming, or if you can find it on a DVD or Blu-rays, I'll probably buy a Blu-ray just to have a physical copy of it. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a decent movie. And if, like I said, it's definitely something that you don't necessarily have to, not saying you don't have to pay attention because it is, but I'm just saying it's got rewatchability. Or it's definitely something, if you're cooking and you want something to keep your music, I don't know like how y'all cook when y'all run the air. I need something that's going to kind of like hold my attention, but not hold my attention. Something that's going to help me still engaged, but not like, oh, I'm dead set, I need to watch this. It definitely got that type of bit. It's got, like I said, it's got watchability. And I love watching anything that like shows me a piece of history and be like, so this is what happened on that day. Yeah. Last thing I'm gonna mention, I'm not gonna really go into too much detail about it. We all saw what happened this past Tuesday. Donald Trump has been elected president again. Yeah. Pretty much all I can say about that. I just want to say this to the black people who out there saying something like this, like people talking about, oh, now we finna go back into slavery. Y'all sound stupid as hell, because the man was elected in 2016. And are we back in, and did we come back into slavery after that? No, so I don't know why y'all say that dumb shit. Especially, I'm gonna be honest, especially some of the people I know that's in the military. I got a friend of mine, he's about to retire actually. He left a comment on the status that says, wake me up and let me know if we out there picking cotton. I'm like, nigga, you've been in the Navy for almost 20 years. You belong to the government. What are you talking about? You've been picking cotton since 2005. Because everybody in the military, let me tell you something. You work for the man. You work for the man. You are the man. You know? And that includes you people who are veterans. and want to holler about your service all the time. Because I had this one older gentleman I knew. We ended up getting cool. We kind of met on some BS. But he was talking about, I don't like the man this and I don't like the man that. He just came back from the vid. Like, I said, nigga, what are you talking about? You are the man. You was in the military. You answered to the man for 15 years. Shut him down. So black people, I understand. Yeah, we didn't want Agent Orange back in there. But don't be saying stupid shit like that, man. Like, think before you speak. It's a tragedy. Yeah, we wanted Kamala to win. I wanted to see her pretty light skinned self in there, and give me an excuse to holler out, yay area, but it didn't happen, and that's because piss poor planning on the political party. And then I'm gonna say this. I think it was with the whole Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. It was, you're kind of scared off the people who wanted to vote for, but didn't, because it was appealing to the lowest common denominator. But just, we've been black in America since they brought us over here on the ships. We know how to adapt. You just gonna have to adapt. We just live to fight another day. That's the best we can do. Anyway, man, this has been my time on the porch with y'all, man. If you want to holler at me on Facebook, y'all can find me on Facebook, Pete McCorvey. You want to follow me on Instagram, PDMac10, that's PETYMAC10. Or y'all can follow me on TikTok, too. It's PDMac89, spelled the same way as it is on Instagram. Just drop the 1 and the 0 and put an 8 and a 9 in this place. Until next week, y'all be cool, stay calm, get paid. Holla at y'all.